Okay, this is yet another day now, so I'm actually on day 3. This really shouldn't take this long, but I am doing it by myself. I've messed up my shoulder doing yard work, and I've also pulled a muscle in my leg, so I'm having all kinds of fun. I'm just not going too hard on it, basically. But we have the diff out finally. Here is the differential. This is the bottom side. The four-wheel drive actuator goes there. I actually took out the four-wheel drive actuator as well now, because I ended up pulling the whole quad apart, basically. So I ended up pulling off the fenders, pulling the handlebars off the steering stem. Yeah, I basically just had to take everything apart. So what was happening is the steering stem, like, it mounts, like there's the bottom of it right there, and it mounts to the differential itself, right? And then it mounts also up to the frame right here. So what it was doing was it was preventing me from actually being able to lift the differential up any, or even really move it even back and forth, stuff like that. So I ended up having to pull the fenders off so that I could take the bolts out of the steering stem that hold it to the frame up top here, so right up here. And the only way to get to them was pull the front fenders right off. So I ended up doing that. Then that allowed me to move the steering stem and get it out of the way and everything, but doing it by myself, I couldn't get it out of the way enough. So basically, if I had another set of able-bodied hands to help me out, somebody probably could have just lifted up on the handlebars, and that probably would have given me enough room to actually get the differential out. But with everything that's on the handlebars, all the cables and whatnot, electrical that goes up to the handlebar controls, it just kept all wanting to pull it back down, and it's just too much to fight against by myself. So what I ended up doing was taking the handlebars off the steering stem. I was actually thinking that, well, I'd have to pull the steering stem entirely and disconnect the tie rods. Once I had the steering or the handlebars disconnected from the steering stem, the steering stem was not, like, there's not enough weight there or anything. I was able to just kind of lift it up with my hook and then move the diff out with my other hand and stuff like that, and basically finesse it out the side. I finessed it out the left side. This side, you kind of have the rad hose in your way and stuff. So I chose to bring it out the left side instead of the right. This side, you got your exhaust here, but you still have, like, once you get this out of the way, you have tons of room. So I was able to just finesse it out that way, and now it's on the bench, and now I have a quad that is barely half together. So yeah, now what we do is I'm going to get on to rebuilding the differential, pull it all apart, rebuild it. I have gotten a little bit of oil out of this hole here, but there's really not much in this differential at all. So it was obviously leaking all winter on me, and it's milky, so it's been getting water in as well. This has the play in it right here. You can actually see, like, this is all from it seeping out and running down the diff here. So hopefully be able to see this, but there's play right there. I don't know if that's actually the bearing or if this has naturally got some play in it or not. But obviously this seal needed to be replaced. It actually, I've been just kind of cleaning a bit of grease out, and it looks like it might be damaged right here. So it needs to be replaced. When it did have oil in it, I could actually just shake the drive shaft a bit and actually see the oil run out. So it's definitely due to be replaced. It sounds a little rough. It's not bad. Whatever. So I got a full kit anyways. All the bearings, all the seals. It's an all balls kit. And I'll get this all cleaned up, tore apart, and get that new kit in. And then I can throw it back in the quad, and at least I know then I have a, you know, a good sound differential that shouldn't give me any problem for a while. Yeah, that's about it right there. So here's the actuator here. I took it out. I'm going to clean it up really well as well. You can see all the crap that ran down it, all the oil and grease that ran down it, being that it's right beside the failed seal. Right here is where it sits. And I want to take a look into this, clean it out, make sure it's in good shape also. Because like I say, I've been having actuator issues. I'm not 100% sure it's this one, or it's the engine braking one, or there's also some sort of known issue. I haven't looked into it too much yet, about some speed sensor going out of whack that throws it off as well. But I don't know anything about that. I really don't want to speak on that because I don't know. But this has a lot of play in it. And that's what first made me think that the pinion bearing's going. So we'll get into that and see if it is on its way out or not. But I'll get into that here and we'll see. So stick around. I'm gonna go grab a coffee and relax a little bit. My shoulder's killing me. And then we're gonna start digging into this. Okay, we're getting down to the teardown now. There was really no oil at all in this thing. I tried to actually drain it out the side here. It wouldn't come. I actually have a piece of paper towel in there. Let's see. That's what was in there, just some greasy goop. So that's great. Yeah, lots of grease. So anyways, we're gonna start the teardown here. I did try again on the drain plug. It was a hex bolt. It is completely rounded now, so I need to go get an extractor to extract that. But that's just gonna have to wait because I don't have anywhere close by to pick one up. Other than that, looks like we have a whole lot of 8mm bolts to pull from this side. So this would be the left side. Easy to know the left side. It's got the larger opening for the axle. The right side is a smaller opening for the axle. It looks like this seal was probably going as well. It's got quite a bit of goop here. So let's get into her. So I'm going to basically tear it all apart and then get it all cleaned up and then start putting it back together. So pull this case half off first, or case side. Can't really call them halves because they're not really half of the case. I think this case is 3 different pieces, potentially 4. Okay, now the question will be, are these all the same length or not? No. Oh, although that just had some gunk on the end. Looks like a little bit of lithium grease on the end of that one. Oh, there's a small one. small one, small one, small one, long one, shorter one, and a longer one. Okay, so long ones there, there. I wonder how we're going to tell this. If I throw a short one in there, it should just bottom right out. Okay. And if I throw a long one where a short one belongs, it'll be like that. Okay, and then these black two actually went into the other case part. So the two black bolts go here, here. All the other ones are silver and they go to the outer case half. All right. Let's see if we can get this to fall apart. It kind of already is, so that's nice. There we go. Okay, first half open, and this will be our clutch pack for the diff lock. And here we have our diff lock actuator arm. We have a steel ring or shim, and the bearing. Sounds a wee bit on the rougher side. Not bad. Okay. And then we're dealing with the clutch pack. Let's put that back for a second. Come on, get on that spline. Okay, we have one of these bearings first, which is in the kit. This side goes towards the clutch pack. You can see the chocolate milk. There's clearly water getting in there. And this side is against the case. So this side up against the, okay. So we're going to put that in there. Look at the chocolate milk in here and the grease. It actually kind of looks like somebody might have filled this thing with grease. I don't know. But that is definitely chocolate milk. It's not quality oil. Okay. There's a magnet in there. Pull the clutch pack. Set that like that. And then here's the other bearing, the flat bearing, and this side went towards the clutch pack. This side went towards the case. So that side towards the clutch pack. This side is kind of more closed in, this side is a little more open. So the more closed inside towards the clutch pack. Okay. Now we got a ring here that I just jumped out, and some balls, steel balls. There's one missing. Oh, it's way down in there now. There's a washer or a gasket. It looks like it's in really good shape, so that's good. Let's keep that because I don't think I have that in my kit at all. So we're going to keep that in good shape. Alright, we're going to have to try to get that ball from down inside there. Okay, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls that sit in these indents. Or I lied, 6, because the 6 is down here. Let's see if I can shake that out. There it is. Okay. Here's the 6th ball. And that goes in there. And that is part of your diff lock actuator. Okay. Then that is about it for that diff lock or diff half. So we're gonna wash that all out, get that out of here, clean this up. Give me a nice clean set of rags here to work on. So that seal was actually probably worse than I thought it was, because like there's virtually no oil in this diff, like really no oil left in this diff. So, and I had topped it up. We had, I don't know, maybe 2 rides on it, and then it sat for the winter. So that definitely indicates how bad that thing was leaking. Keep cleaning off these balls, try to get everything, all this crappy oil off of everything. Do not want to lose any of these, because obviously I'm pretty sure those would be pretty hard to get your hands on. I need a container. Need a clean container. Oh, use this. There we go. There we go. Put those right there. Okay. Then this ring. Just set that right there on the cloth and grab another one. Sounds like there might be somebody out there ripping a machine right now. Alright. Clean all the grease off. Okay. Set that ring in there. Now I don't really have to clean these bearings because I got brand new ones in the kit. But let's throw that in there. Now this clutch pack, we're going to be reusing that. I'll probably pull a couple of them and just check the service limits on it, see where they're at. Looks like there's some writing on this one in here. Looks like 1.8 or something like that. Well, let's just pull the basket off. Yeah, look at that, 1.8. So I don't know if this has ever been rebuilt or what. I don't want to get these mixed up. There's a compression ring on this side. And then looks like the entire pack is riveted together. Well, not riveted, but clipped. Okay, so the 1.8 went towards the basket. Overall, I think they look good. Still got some wear on them. So overall, I think they're probably going to be good. Let's clean this ring. Ugh, looks like I got some rain coming in. Okay, that ring looks pretty good. There's no real scoring or anything on it, so looks good to me. Pretty sure it went on that way. And then here's the basket. So this, like, it looks very similar. Might even be, I don't know, to, you know, basically clutch on a 2-stroke dirt bike or something along those lines, you know. Alright, there's our basket. Like, it looks good. There's no grooves on the fingers. Like, none at all. Which, you know, it's only a diff lock. It's only used for diff lock. Other than that, it's not engaged. So I wouldn't expect there to be any real wear on that. But it is clean, so everything looks really good to me. So we'll put that in the bucket for safekeeping. Then we got the other bearing, which again, that was towards the clutch pack. This was towards the case. I don't know if it would really matter, but just to try to put it together the same way. Not that, again, this one's going in. I got brand new ones on in the kit, so we'll be using those. But keep these as a backup or something. Never know. Okay, and then we got a ring, shim. Big washer. I don't think this is technically. Oh, you still. Yeah, you can still see what I'm working on here. All right. I don't think this is technically a shim. I think it's just a washer, spacer. You can obviously see that side looks like that's the side the bearing was running on. And that's the side that was up against the case. So, done there. Now we got bearing and seal here. Let's get this cleaned right out. Make sure we get all the crud out. we've got a spring here, and then the shifter arm, or not a shifter arm, but the arm to actuate the clutch for the diff lock. Like, everything on here is looking really good. I'm not seeing no scoring or anything like that. Just looking real good. Push this actuator out, goes that way, spline to the outside for the actuator lever. Like, it looks really good, really clean. No scoring where the seal rides, anything like that. So it's good. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that seal is replaced in the kit. I hope so. Wouldn't make a whole lot of sense otherwise. Alright, your actuator spring, I'm just going to slide that over top of that right there. Alright. Looks like we now pull out bearings and seals. Alright. Being that we know we're replacing this seal, we got good seals, we're not too worried about wrecking it, pulling it out. So we're just going to get a screwdriver in there and work it out. Or a little pry bar. The only thing you want to do is make sure that you don't score the surfaces, because it is just aluminum. Keep that in mind. I have to keep that very much in mind with my hook. Being that it is titanium, it will cause problems. That seal is in there. There we go. Finally got that seal out. Hopefully I didn't wreck the surface any, but that took a lot to get out. Alright, that is trash. Let's check my surface. Alright. Surface looks good. I didn't mar it. That's good. Now we just got to punch that bearing out through this side. They don't give you a whole lot to hit against. That's great. At least being nylon, there's not much chance that I'll wreck the aluminum. Oh, well, we did a something. Great. Well, it's in there now. Let's keep hitting it, I guess. I think we just bottomed out. It did move it, but now we're bottomed out and we're in there. Now I got to try to get my tool out. There we go. Well, we got it moving. let's hit it with this one now. That might finish her off. Don't smash the case. There we go. Let's see if I can get this to hit a little more square and true. There we go. There we go. There's that bearing. Sounds gritty, but overall not bad. But it definitely sounds gritty. We're replacing it. It's going. All right. Let's clean this bearing seat out. Alrighty. I think we're going to give these a complete wash in and out anyways. The case parts. So I think we're good there. That bearing seat looks good in there. So there's the first half or part of the case. Let's go on to the second part.